Because of the regulation change, basically we lost quite a bit of downforce on the car, and another big difference is we have slick tires, and these two things can change the car balance quite different to last year's one. So
how can a driver crash at every race that he's ever started? Formula One definitely attracts the world's best drivers, but not everyone who makes it to F1 lives up to expectations. Let's take a look at the top 10 worst F1 drivers of all time. Number 10, Nyck de Vries. Starting our list at number 10 is Nyck de Vries. The Dutch driver's F1 career was short-lived, lasting only 11 races in 2023 with AlphaTauri. Despite a promising debut with Williams in 2022, where he scored points, de Vries struggled to find his footing in his first full season. De Vries faced immense pressure from the start, given his success in other racing categories including Formula E and Formula 2. However, he consistently underperformed compared to his teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Multiple spins and crashes, particularly in qualifying sessions, highlighted his difficulties in adapting to F1 machinery. The Dutchman's best finish was a lowly 12th place, and he failed to score any points before being replaced mid-season. Number 9, Pastor Maldonado. Venezuelan driver Pastor Maldonado is a controversial figure in Formula One history. On one hand, he achieved the seemingly impossible by winning the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix for Williams. On the other hand, his career was marred by numerous crashes, incidents, and a general lack of consistency. Maldonado earned the nickname Crash Star due to his frequent collisions and mistakes. His erratic driving style often put other competitors at risk, and he became known for his poor judgment in wheel-to-wheel racing situations. Notable incidents include crashing during a demonstration run, hitting a marshal's car during practice, and numerous first-lap collisions. Despite his occasional flashes of speed, Maldonado's overall performance was disappointing, given the promise he showed in junior categories. His Formula One career also ended after the 2015 season, leaving behind a highlight reel of crashes. Number 8, Kazuki Nakajima. Kazuki Nakajima's F1 career with Williams from 2007 to 2009 was largely underwhelming. Nakajima's debut at the 2007 Brazilian Grand Prix was memorable for all the wrong reasons. During his first pit stop, he ran over two of his mechanics, fortunately causing only minor injuries. This incident set the tone for a career filled with mistakes and missed opportunities as well. While Nakajima did score points on a few occasions, his overall performance paled in comparison to his teammates. In 2009, he failed to score a single point, while his teammate Nico Rosberg accumulated 34.5 points. This stark contrast in performance ultimately set the stage for Rosberg to change teams and win a world championship, while it led to the end of Nakajima's F1 career. Number 7, Narain Karthikeyan. India's first ever Formula One driver, Narain Karthikeyan, unfortunately failed to bring the results ecstatic fans were looking for from the country. Karthikeyan's F1 career was split across two stints, first with Jordan in 2005 and later with HRT in 2011 and 2012. His best result, a 4th place finish at the 2005 United States Grand Prix, came in unusual circumstances where only 6 cars started the race due to tyre concerns. Number 6, Roberto Merhi. Can a driver's career go backwards? Well, it is the case with the Spanish driver Roberto Merhi's Formula One career. After failing to secure another F1 drive, Merhi moved to Formula 2 in 2017. This backward step in his career progression was unusual and highlighted his inability to compete at the highest level. Even in Formula 2, Merhi struggled to achieve consistent results, clearly showcasing his limitations as a driver. In F1 2, he'd competed in 13 races for the Mana Marussia team in 2015, struggling to make an impact in what was admittedly a very uncompetitive car. Merhi's best finish was a 12th place at the British Grand Prix, but he was generally outperformed by his teammate Will Stevens. Number 5, Alex Yoong. Malaysia's first Formula One driver, Alex Yoong, had a challenging and short-lived Formula One career with Minardi in 2001 and 2002. Yoong's path to Formula One was unconventional, and his lack of experience in top-level single-seater racing was evident throughout his time in the sport. Yoong consistently struggled to match the pace of his teammates, first Fernando Alonso and then Mark Webber. He frequently qualified at the back of the grid, sometimes failing to meet the 107% rule, which requires drivers to be within 107% of the pole position time to start the race. imagine how bad a driver has to be. His performances were so poor that Minardi chose to replace him for 2 races in 2002, citing a need to rebuild his confidence and reduce the team's running costs. Number 4, Nicholas Latifi. Where to even begin in this? Canadian driver Nicholas Latifi's Formula 1 career with Williams from 2020 to 2022 was marked by consistent underperformance and a string of crashes. Despite spending 3 full seasons in Formula 1, Latifi never showed any signs of consistencies expected from a driver. Although Latifi did score points in 2021, including a 7th place finish at the Hungarian Grand Prix, these results were often due to chaotic races rather than outright pace. Perhaps Latifi's most infamous moment came at the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where his crash in the closing laps triggered a safety car that ultimately changed the outcome of the World Championship. While not directly his fault, this incident, combined with his general lack of pace, made Latifi a target for criticism from fans and media alike. Number 3, Nikita Mazepin. Before even making his Formula 1 debut, Nikita Mazepin had already faced backlash for his off-track behaviour, setting a negative tone for his time in the sport. On the track too, Mazepin struggled significantly. He was consistently slower than his teammate, Michael Schumacher, and became known for spinning his car, earning him the unflattering nickname Mazespin. His lack of pace and frequent mistakes made him a rolling roadblock for other drivers, often interfering with their races while being lapped. His Formula 1 career came to an abrupt end before the 2022 season due to geopolitical circumstances when Ukraine was invaded by Russia and F1 took a stand to throw away any participation with Russia. In hindsight, this was just a reason to throw him for poor performance. Number 2, Yuji Ide. Japanese driver Yuji Ide holds the infamous honour of having one of the shortest and least successful Formula 1 careers in the sport's history. Ide competed in just 4 races for the Super Aguri team in 2006, before having his super license revoked by the FIA, which effectively banned him from competing in Formula 1. Ide's brief Formula 1 career was marked by a series of dangerous incidents and a clear lack of pace. He struggled to communicate with his team due to language barriers and was consistently several seconds off the pace of his teammate Takuma Sato. His most notorious moment came at the 2006 San Marino Grand Prix, where he clumsily collided with Christian Albers, causing the Dutch driver's car to roll several times. Number 1, Chonat Massani. Topping the list of the worst Formula 1 drivers of all time is Chonat Massani, whose Formula 1 career consisted of a single practice session at the 2005 Hungarian Grand Prix. At the age of 41, Massani used his wealth to buy a practice session with the Minardi team. His lack of experience was immediately apparent as he struggled to even leave the pit lane, stalling the car multiple times. When he finally made it onto the track, Massani was woefully off the pace, lapping over 12 seconds slower than the quickest drivers. Massani's session came to an embarrassing end when he spun into the gravel trap. This incident was so comical and concerning that Minardi never allowed him near their car again. Now, which one do you think is the worst of the lot? Do you think some deserved better? Do drop your views in the comments section below and we'll meet again in the next video.